You want answers?
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
You want answers?
You have offended my family.
I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth.
And you have offended a Shaolin temple.
You can't handle the truth.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Radical Rant.
All right, folks, not so much a rant today as just some breaking news here in the marijuana law reform community. You know, of course, my background having worked with NORML from 2008 through 2012. There's a new chairman of the board. This is reporting coming from celebstoner.com that Norm Kent has been elected the new chairman of the board for NORML, replacing Paul Kuhn. This was made at the meeting of the board of directors in Washington, D.C. this last Saturday. Norm Kent was the vice chair. He's now the chairman of the board. Former chairman Steve Dillon replaces Norm Kent as the vice chair. Dan Vietz will be the secretary. And a new board member who has been added is Justin Hartfield, one of the impresarios behind Weed Maps. Justin Hartfield has been added to the board and will replace Dale Geringer of California NORML as the treasurer. Also added to the board, PBS travel host Rick Steves, who was a proponent of the Washington I-502 marijuana legalization and a longtime member of the advisory board. Also, High Times associate publisher Rick Cusick added to the NORML board, and NORML Women's Alliance vice chair Diane Fornbacher has been added to the NORML board. And another addition to the board, a former advisory board member and a regular guest on our show, Dr. Mitch Earleywine, has been added to the board of NORML. Now, current board members, Stephen Dillon, Keith Saunders, Jeff Steinborn, and Executive Director Alan St. Pierre were reelected to 3-year board terms. Jeff Steinborn's notable for being one of the board members to openly oppose I-502 as a personal opinion. Kuhn only lasted 1 year as the chairman. His efforts to oust Alan St. Pierre proved divisive and unsuccessful, writes Steve Bloom. And according to a statement from Keith Stropp to Celeb Stoner, quote, "We have now hopefully put the internal disputes behind us and are ready to lead the charge for full legalization for all adults," end quote. The board of NORML now stands at 20 people, and I believe this is a good step forward. We've got some great people joining that board. I couldn't be more excited to have Dr. Mitch on the NORML board. He sent me an email earlier today. Apparently, he's also part of the executive committee, which is the subsection of the board that helps deal with the day-to-day workings with the NORML staff. So that should be a big help to have Dr. Mitch there. Diane Fornbacher's done great work with the NORML Women's Alliance. She's also with Skunk Magazine. They're doing a fundraiser for Brave Michaela next weekend, March 9th, at the world-famous Cannabis Cafe just down the road. So, of course, she's done great work. Just saw Rick Cusick at the High Times Medical Cannabis Cup last weekend. I'm glad to see Rick Cusick involved. The partnership between High Times and NORML goes all the way back to its founding, so it's a very good move there to have a High Times member there on the NORML board. And of course, Rick Steves. What can you say about Rick Steves that hasn't already been said? What a great guy. He's always been a strong voice for marijuana legalization, always been a strong pro-NORML voice. So glad to have him on the board as well. Board of 20 now, leading NORML into the post-legalization era. Should be fun to watch. I'll keep you posted on more news as I have it with the friends at NORML. And that's all the time we've got for Hour 1 here. Stay tuned for Toker Talk Radio, Hour 2. Got a special guest in studio. Tim Pate joins us, legendary artisan, musician, and a member of the Seattle Hemp Fest Speakers Committee this year. He'll tell us all about that, his updates, and something he's got going on this weekend that he wants you to know all about. Stay tuned for Hour 2 for that. Plus, we got Brian the Red in studio and more stuff to talk about, and your calls at 971-533-7111. For Brian the Red, I'm Radical Russ. Thanks for joining us, and until next time, take care of each other, tokers.